Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Anveshana Academy. This is Dr. Manjunath Chennapkoda. Dear students, in the previous class we discussed about what is thermal science and what are the branches of thermal science. In that we discussed what is thermodynamics, what is heat transfer and what is fluid mechanics. And also we discussed in detail about the difference between heat transfer and thermodynamics. With examples, with live applications we have discussed, dear students. Dear students, come today we are going to move towards next topic. That is temperature. Dear students, this is a basic term. If you want to understand the heat transfer, first you need to understand some basic terms. That is like temperature, heat, heat transfer and heat energy. These are the different terms we have to understand before understanding the heat transfer. So dear students, what is temperature? So just temperature is a relative measure or indication of hotness or coldness of a body. I repeat, temperature is a relative measure or indication of hotness or coldness of a body. The temperature of a body determines the direction of flow of energy. Temperature of a body determines the direction of flow of energy. What is this temperature, dear students? You can see here now. Just there is a man standing. Just I want to know this man is hot or cold. This man is hot or cold. Measuring the man is hot or cold is nothing but what? Temperature. Or indication of the man is hot or cold is temperature. So how it is then? How I can tell this man is hot or cold? With the help of thermometer. Dear students, I will take in a thermometer. I will take that thermometer and I will put on to the man. Then that thermometer is going to give some readings. That readings is nothing but a temperature. That means based upon that man, if he is hot or cold, that we can identify with the help of a temperature. That means measuring that temperature is what we can say. Temperature is a measure or indication of hotness or coldness of a body. So with the help of the temperature, I can determine the direction of heat energy or flow of heat energy. The direction of heat energy flow. How it is, dear students? You can take it here now. The temperature of a man generally it is 37 degrees Celsius. Assume that this is a 37 degrees Celsius now. So the man temperature is, I will take it here, 37 degrees Celsius. Now assume that ambient temperature, I will take it here, ambient temperature or atmospheric temperature or surrounding temperature is 30 degrees Celsius now. So by seeing this temperature, what I can say now? This is hot. The body temperature of man is hot, then ambient temperature is cold. The measuring hot or cold is nothing but what? Temperature. So now with the help of this temperature, I can say how the heat is flowing. Whether it is heat is flowing from body to the surrounding or surrounding to the body, with the help of the temperature I can tell now. Now dear students, I will take these two temperature. The heat is, now generally we know the heat is going to transfer from high temperature region to low temperature region. So that means here it is a 37 degrees Celsius. The surrounding temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Then by seeing these two temperature itself, I can tell that heat is transferring from 37 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Then the direction of heat energy is from a body of man to the surrounding. Like that I can tell. So you can take a system according to thermodynamics. I can define. I can tell here is that this is a system. I can make it as a system. If the system temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, if it is 37 degrees Celsius, the surrounding temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, then what I can say? The heat is transferring from system to the surrounding. Then I can tell the direction of heat energy is from system to the surrounding. So that is what? With the help of temperature, I can determine the direction of the heat energy. If you measuring body is hot or cold is temperature. With the help of the temperature, I can determine the direction of heat energy. Okay. Now, so that temperature can be measured and expressed in terms of different units. That is, one is degree Celsius, second one is Fahrenheit or Kelvin. The temperature I can express in terms of degree Celsius or Fahrenheit or Kelvin. Okay, so now if I want to convert degree Celsius to Fahrenheit, what I can do now? There is a formula that with the help of that formula I can convert the degree Celsius into Fahrenheit. What is the formula now? Now if I want to convert 0 degree Celsius into Fahrenheit, what I can do? I have to use this equation. This is standard equation. 0 degree Celsius multiplied with 9 by 5 plus 32, then we are going to get 32 degree Fahrenheit. Whereas 0 degree Celsius is nothing but what? I can express that 0 degree Celsius in terms of Fahrenheit, that is 32 degree Fahrenheit. Similarly, I can convert 100 degree Celsius into Fahrenheit with the help of same equation. What is that? 100 degree Celsius multiplied with 9 by 5 plus 32. When I am going to do doing simplification, I am going to get 212 degree Fahrenheit. So that means 100 degree Celsius can be converted into Fahrenheit. That value is 212 degree Fahrenheit. So that I have converted degree Celsius into Fahrenheit. Similarly, I can convert degree Celsius to Kelvin also. How I can calculate? I can calculate 0 degree Celsius into Kelvin by adding 273. So then I am going to get here 273 Kelvin. If I want to convert 100 degree Celsius into Kelvin, what I have to do? I can convert with the help of adding 273. If you add 273 to degree Celsius, you are going to get answer degree Celsius in terms of Kelvin. That is nothing but 373 Kelvin. So like that, what I can do? I can express temperature in terms of degree Celsius, in terms of Fahrenheit, or in terms of Kelvin, dear student. Okay, then there are, to measure the temperature, we are having different types of thermometers, namely liquid in glass thermometer. Okay, bimetallic strip we can use to measure the temperature. We can use thermocouples, we can use resistant thermometers, or we can use infrared thermometers. With the help of these different thermocouples, I can measure the temperature of a system. So how it is that you can see now? Dear students, I will take a container. Assume that in the container water is there. That is hot water you can consider. So if it is 0 degree Celsius, if the temperature of the water, that means what? If it is less than 0 or 0, it is in freezing. So that 0 degree Celsius I can express in terms of Fahrenheit. That is nothing but what? 32 degree Fahrenheit. If I started to supply certain amount of heat, then what will happen? Slowly the temperature of water is going to increase. Then it becomes 100 degrees Celsius. Over a period of time, it is going to become, assume that it reaches to 100 degrees Celsius. Then that 100 degrees Celsius means what? That 100 degrees Celsius is nothing but what? It is in degrees Celsius. That I can convert it into Fahrenheit. That conversion is nothing but what? 212 degree Fahrenheit, dear students. Now then the temperature of that cold or hot water can be measured with the help of a device. That device we can call it as a thermometer. That conversion already I told, dear students, how to convert the degree Celsius to Fahrenheit I already explained. So this is the important here now, thermometer. So in generally, to measure the temperature of a system, we are using thermometer. That too, liquid in glass thermometers we are generally using, dear students, now to measure the temperature of the body. So we are using some working fluid. With the help of that working fluid, there is an expansion in the tube, in the expansion in the glass actually. With the help of that expansion of the liquid or working fluid in the glass, we can measure the temperature. So we are using different types of working fluids in the glass. What are those that we can see here, dear students? Now we can use mercury. Okay, we can use mercury in the gas. Because of the expansion of that mercury, we can measure the temperature of the system. Alcohol also we can use in the thermometers to measure the temperature. So this is about temperature, dear students. We will discuss in further class. Dear students, if you not yet subscribe my channel, please do subscribe and do comment and like the videos if you really like. Thank you.